In this video, I'm going to use the reel-to-reel pattern to teach the canter depart. I'm on Ike here. He's a 3.5 to 4 year old Dutch warm blood, and I've only cantered him one time just for a short bit. So we're going to use the reel-to-reel to help with developing that canter depart. And so what we'll do is just start off, get a nice trot going, following the outside here from the green cone. I'm going to head up to the red cone, get my rhythm going, and then I'm going to pick up my circle, and we're going to work on getting a nice trot circle here first. So he wants to speed up, slow down, and then as he starts lining out and following the line, as I come through the red cones here, I'm going to set up and prepare for the canter depart. So he's kind of bracing in his body a little, so we're going to be using the circles here to develop it. And that's looking better. So my canter cues are, I'm going to shift my weight to the outside a little bit, bring my outside leg back, ask with my inside leg a little bit. And there was an idea. So he thought about it. He didn't pick it up, so I'm just going to stay on the circle. If he were to pick up the canter, I would head off down the rail. So I'm just staying on my circle here, trying to go through the red cones, saying let's keep going. So I'm not in a hurry to say, oh, we need to canter. It's more about preparing him for the canter than it is the canter itself. So I'm really preparing him. This is nice, circle's good. Shift my weight to the outside, bring my outside leg back, and come on with the little inside leg. And I tapped him with the crop also. And there was a little kind of like, And so we just keep going. Get the softness in the circle. He's kind of relaxing a little bit. Come through the cones, prepare, outside leg, back weight to the outside. That was a little late there. So I just leave him. So I'm going to prepare earlier. I'm going to prepare here now. Outside leg back. And there he kind of left, so I abandoned the depart again. So I'm only going to ask the depart when he's ready. Look around, here we go, and just this one little kiss, just because we've played with that on the ground. And again, most of the time we want to drive for that canter. I'm asking once, saying, would you like to canter? If he doesn't take the invitation, we just go around, set it up again. Waiting on him. This is pretty nice. Prepare. Shift my weight out, outside leg back, and right as I smooched, I tapped him with the whip. Set him out. Nope, not ready. Not bad here. So I'm going to set up for it. And there he's actually leg yielding. And that's not all bad, because sometimes in that leg yield, that helps him to pick up the inside shoulder to prepare for the canter. And canter. So there again, I just shift my weight to the outside leg back, come on with a little inside leg, smooch and tap. But I'm not forcing it. Prepare. And there I I asked right as we hit the rail, because that leg yield, or he's wanting to leave the circle, but it's essentially the same as a leg yield. And there he thought about it. Set it up again. He's leaving. I keep coming back to the circle. Shift my weight out. Not too much because he's leaving there. So I'm going to wait till I actually get through the cones to set up for the part. And set up now. And tapped him and said, let's canter. He said, nope. So I'm going to get a little firmer the next time I ask. So he gives me a little bit more try. There he's veering way off, so I'm just waiting on him. Yeah, he got soft. Leaving, set up, and there was a try. He's leaving, so I don't ask. And I've got the crop on the outside. Sometimes it's more helpful on the inside. It just depends. We're staying on this circle. Coming around, I look to the corner. And canter. There was a little try. I look to the corner, helping him. He wants to kind of veer and leave, and I'm like, nope. Let's stay on the circle here. And canter. Ah, there was an idea. And yeah, and I'm gonna let him have that. So it was a nice try. He thought about it, so I'm gonna leave him. We were on that circle for quite a while. Let him off the hook, come on down and around, and head up to the red cones. Circle back the other way. So same thing this way. Get my circle first. He's kind of all over the place. Keep. Yeah, there you go. So it's taking a few laps to get my circle. He wants to drift out. I shift my weight in a little, outside leg to help. And not too bad. Falls in here a little bit, so I shift my weight out a little, inside leg, and help with my reins. He shifts out, shift my weight in. He shifts in, I shift out. So I keep shifting my weight back and forth. On this side he falls out. On the other side he wants to fall in. And I'm lifting with my inside rein a bit too to help pick that shoulder up. And I'm holding a little bit with the outside rein as we come around. There. And this is good. And ask. And he thought about it, you know, he acknowledged it, I should say. So don't worry about the, you know, he kind of hit the cones there. I'm just going to stay to the outside of that one a little bit and ask. Ah, there was a nice try. Coming around, shift my weight out, outside leg back. Ah, a little bit of a try. Try that again. Shift my weight out and hey, and then I leave him and we head on down the rail because he gave me a try. So I'm not even looking for much of a canter. You can see it's just, can he think about it? It's preparing him for it. Coming around. Hey, he's kind of releasing there. Leaving the circle here, and I'm just going with him. Keep holding him. Bringing him back to the circle. Focus where I want to go. Hey, nice, and yeah, good. And I soften back down, and we come back to the pattern. That was really nice. Back up to the red cones, and since they're knocked down, I'm just going to the outside of them. Coming around. Looking up to the red cones, looking into my circle. There, and hey, thought about it. There he was thinking he needed to do it on that half of the circle. Looking up, keeping him on the circle. There we go, pretty nice. Shift my weight out and he's kind of back and forth. He picked up the wrong, then he switched in the front, then he switched back, and that's kind of why he went off careening around. And since we're off the pattern, I'm just gonna come back to this side again. Just get a nice relaxed trot here, because you don't want that trot getting all worried and bothered. If he gets worried and bothered, you're gonna get him relaxed. So that's pretty nice. And yeah, and that time he got it. Threw a little extra in there for a good measure, but he got it. So that was pretty good. I'll come around, and now I'm not going to ask for any more canter because he gave me both leads. He's working real hard, but I'm just going to ride the pattern at a trot for a little bit just to kind of let him settle into it again. And this may be a week or two of just playing with this. Because I don't want the canter to be something he has to get worried about. Yeah. And again, my lines aren't real straight yet, but that's going to come with the repetition. I just keep setting it up. Hey, not too bad there. And soften down. pick up a little bit, say, hey, would you like to come back to a walk, and let him have that. So that was a really nice. He's really working hard. He's trying. Yeah, he threw in a little bit of a buck there, but a little bit of that is the confusion of just getting the canter. Sometimes the green horses, they get a little discombobulated, so they kind of have to like into it. But that's where I like this pattern, because it really helps them to get engaged, get underneath themselves, bend through their body, but don't get in a hurry to push that canter. And this is just one of many different exercises that I use to develop the canter. It's a fun one, it's a good one, because it really starts to getting them coming in through their body. So go on out there, play with it, let me know how it's working for you. Thanks for watching.